Albanese has made his diplomatic debut as Prime Minister, holding high-level talks with Quad leaders in Tokyo. The leaders of Australia, the US, India and Japan met to discuss Indo-Pacific issues such as Beijing's regional reach and climate change. Andrew Clennell is in Tokyo and filed this report.
24 hours after Anthony Albanese was sworn in as Australian Prime Minister, he was at the table at the Quad security meeting with the US President Joe Biden and Indian and Japanese leaders. Mr Albanese later said it was a myth that a Labor government would be soft on China. Do you feel you've made some steps today in convincing any Australians who listened to that and were fearful that you're on the side of the US and not on the side of autocrats?
Well, serious people didn't take those comments seriously. And what we shouldn't do when we speak about Australia's national interest is try to score cheap political domestic points. We'll determine our own values. We'll determine Australia's future direction. It's China that's changed, not Australia.
The Australian Prime Minister confirmed that he had received a message from the Chinese Premier congratulating him on ascending to the role. But he insisted that China had been too aggressive and he was with America in terms of security in the Indo-Pacific.
We will respond appropriately in time when I return to Australia. But it was a formal letter that went through. I welcome the congratulations I've received from all over the world.
On Monday in Tokyo, the US President Joe Biden had said the US would respond militarily were China to invade Taiwan. On Tuesday, Mr Biden said the country's policy on Taiwan was a status quo position. Anthony Albanese echoed those comments.
Our position is there should be no unilateral change to the status quo. Our position has not changed.
All three world leaders were warm in congratulating Anthony Albanese on becoming Australian Prime Minister. Joe Biden said he probably deserved a sleep after a long campaign and then travelling to Japan for this meeting.
You got on a plane, you were sworn in, got in a plane, and if you fall asleep while you're here, it's okay. Because I don't know how you're doing it, but it's really quite extraordinary. Just getting off the campaign trail as well.
The Quad resolved to work together on security in the Indo-Pacific and on action on climate change, to work for democracies against autocracies. Later, at a bilateral meeting between Anthony Albanese and Joe Biden, there was a light-hearted moment when Mr Albanese spoke about a stint in his 20s with a State Department-sponsored trip in America.
The full kit and caboodle across the spectrum. You're a brave man. But it was...
Mr Albanese returns to Sydney on Wednesday with his first item of business, his new cabinet, amid speculation he might make Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles his Defence Minister.